little closer to the fire. Can you hear it? The wind moving through the heather. It's Scotland, spring of 1662. The air smells of smoke and salt from the Moray Firth. And in the village of Auldearn, something is waiting. One night, a woman steps through the courthouse door. No guards, no chains, no mob. She comes of her own will, lifts her chin, and says quietly, "I am a witch." Her name was Isobel Gowdie, and what she confessed would become the most chilling account of witchcraft ever written. For 6 weeks she spoke. No torture, no threats, only her voice echoing off stone. She told of the devil in the woods, the one she called the Great McWilliam, a tall man dressed in black, eyes like cinders. She told of 13 in her coven, meeting in ruined kirks where psalms twisted into spells. When she flew through the night, it wasn't on a broom. A straw, a twig, even the handle of a fork would rise beneath her like a living thing. And she spoke of Elfheim, the hidden realm of the fair folk, a place of music and moonlight, ruled by a queen who could bless or break a soul with a glance. Her stories shimmered like dreams half remembered. Milk stolen from cows, crops cursed, shapes of hares and cats slipping through the dark. But outside her imagination, Scotland was colder, a land ruled by scripture and fear, where witchcraft trials kept women in their place. So when the men of the court heard her speak, they didn't hear poetry, they heard proof. Her words became her sentence. No witnesses, no evidence, only the stories she spun. They say she was strangled, then burned, and by dawn nothing was left but ash and rumor. By rights, her tale should have ended there, but it didn't. Not long after the smoke cleared, people began to see her. A pale woman walking the fields, hair unbound, gown drifting like mist. Children whispered that she cursed the gallows ground, that every storm over Auldearn carried her voice. And sometimes, when the wind held just right, they swore they heard her laughing. They said she danced with the fairy queen under the moon, haunted the standing stones, and ran through the heather as a hare with fire in its eyes. Each generation retold her story, mixing fact with fear until she was no longer human. But a presence, a warning, a ghost that listen closely, and there's something else beneath the fear. Admiration. Even in death, Isobel Gowdie's voice refused to fade. Centuries later, her name still stirs the air around Auldearn. Ghost hunters wander the ruins with cameras and recorders. They capture whispers in Scots dialect, soft, urgent, female. Their batteries die. Cold spots bloom in the air like invisible hands. Is it her, or just the echo of a story too strong to stay buried? Because that's how ghosts are born, not from death, but from remembrance. Every time someone speaks her name, Isobel walks again between worlds, not bound, but remembered. Maybe the real haunting isn't a curse at all. Maybe it's a kind of keeping, a way to make sure the silenced are never lost. They called her a witch. They made her a ghost. but we can make her something else. A story that survives the flames. We remember her courage now, her voice, her wild imagination. Isobel Gowdie doesn't haunt Scotland. She belongs to it, woven into its wind, its soil, its song. So when you leave the fire tonight and the dark folds gently around you, don't think of her as restless. Think of her as listening. And if the wind stirs the ashes and laughter drifts through the trees, smile. It means she's still here, still telling her story. This has been Echoes from the Ashes, tales of what refuses to stay buried. If you found this tale of history and haunting compelling, subscribe for more episodes.